Hello there, my name's Dane Lemaitre. Very happy new year and welcome to another Box ERTL collection update. I got some more quite recently that I wanted to show you. I've done 3 other videos so far about my collection. Remember, you can find these videos on my channel and the links are provided in the description below this video. If you go down and click on show more, you'll find it in the description of this video. And so without further ado, here they are. So here you can see I've got some new ERTL engines. So the 4 here, City of Truro, Henry's log car, the Mail van and old Slowcoach. They came in a job lot on eBay for £20.90p, and they're the same seller that I got some of my other ones like Thomas, Rusty, Falcon, the pump truck, Sodor trucks and BoCo and a few others. So yeah, from the same seller, it's £20.90p, which I didn't think was a bad price. And then this one here, which is a miniature one. I actually meant to show you this in my last review, but I completely forgot about it. You probably saw a photo of it in the 3rd review that I did, which is available on the second review, sorry, on my channel in the photo. So I completely forgot to mention it. But this one here I got off the flea market in Wellingborough, where I got a few of my other engines from. And that was £5, which I didn't think was a bad price. I mean, I know they're smaller, but like you've got 2 coaches and an engine for that price. And it was nice to have as part of the collection. As you've probably seen in my ERTL video that I've done in the past, I do actually have these ones. A few of these are actually unboxed. So we'll now move on to the rest of them, like the bundle of £20.90p. Start off with City of Truro. And I now have 2 of this model boxed, but I've got 2 unboxed as well. And the difference is, and so they're both made in 2003, and this one's a slightly better condition box. And it was made in 2003. Yeah, so there's the back of it. It's a City of Truro, one of my favourites. Obviously, it's a tender engine, doesn't have a face. But it wasn't one of the faced engines. Basically, obviously, City of Truro is a real engine. It was in the TV series, in the episode Gordon, Famous Visitor, as a special guest. And it's appeared in other episodes as a scrap model, in a photograph book in the CGI series. So I suppose it's nice that it's not been entirely forgotten. So it's made a few appearances. So as well as having 2 boxed, I also have 2 unboxed. This was the first one that I got. It's my original one. I actually got that from a shop, model shop in Truro, funnily enough. And Truro was also the place where the actor Edward Woodward died a few years ago. So about 6 years ago. Like I said, this is my first unboxed one I got. And you see this one's got the coupling, it's got a few paint chips, but I think it's fair to say I've kept it in fairly good condition. And if you look underneath, funnily enough, it says this model was made in 1993. And 1993 was the year that I was born. And this model here was also made in 1993. And I'm not too sure where this one here, without the front coupling, came from. Obviously the front couplings come off on that one. That's how I can tell them apart. But a friend got me that one a few years ago. Like I said, I know a few people, and they always look out, and if they see anything for me, they always get it for me normally. So I suppose I'm quite lucky in that respect. Next one I got is Henry's log car. I have 2 of this one unboxed. Saying it's not very much. Again, it's not very much of a character, but obviously the log car appeared in the episode Henry's Forest. And I'll tell you a funny story actually of my unboxed ones. A few years ago, we looked after my friend's hamster, and I had this out. The ones I've unboxed had them out, and I was playing with them in the lounge. And the hamster had some like special shoe bars that actually looked like this, and she picked up one of the logs thinking it was that, and put it in through the bar, and then suddenly realised it was one of my toys. But luckily the hamster didn't eat it. So yeah, I really like this one. It's also really nice, a bit like Duncan and Toby. Has that bit just there, which is obviously when it goes in a rack on the shelf in the shop, but normally pushed through. So it's still there. So it's more or less mint condition. Slightly got folded, like bent in the post, but not really much noticeable difference. Yes, a really good condition. Next, move on to old Slowcoach, the first one in the bundle in this bundle that has a face. So this model was made, if you look on the back of the box, 2001. And old Slowcoach, as you know, was only in 2 episodes and introduced in Series 5. I think it's a nice model. Also, I have a Hornby old Slowcoach. And what amazes me is, as you know, Hornby have brought back the range recently, and also, although she's not in the show, they've actually brought old Slowcoach back. The only characters that haven't come back so far are Toby and Emily, but who knows? Maybe they'll bring them back. Lastly, we move on to the Merrill van. And recently, I actually saw this one in the same style of box as old Slowcoach, and it was £2.50, so a bit cheaper. But I'd had my eyes on this one in the book because this bundle that this shop had more than one for sale. So I had my eye on this one, and I much prefer this sort of packaging. So I decided to get in this style of packaging. And it was made, if you look, in 1999. It says absolutely nothing about Tom Tipper. Obviously, Tom Tipper was the driver. This van was introduced in Series 4, the last episode, Mind That Bike, which was also a Railway Series story. Yes, a Railway Series story. It's appeared in a number of times in the magazine stories, as well as making like background appearances in the episodes. And also in some of the magazines, it looks slightly different to this. And I can only assume as well that Tom Tipper's not the only person that drives it. Maybe it has other drivers, but yeah, I really like this model. Yeah, and definitely one of my favourite in the ERTL range. So I'm really pleased to have that one boxed as well. So I do have it unboxed. It's quite good condition, my unboxed one, but obviously that was for playing with really. But this one's staying in the box. One thing as well you might notice is there was a sticker there originally, where someone's taken it off, and you can just about see there's some bits of it left. But I'm not going to attempt to take it off or anything. And I think sometimes even when they have the stickers on saying half price or whatever, it looks good. It's sort of authentic, and it sort of shows obviously their sort of history. And the boxes themselves aren't in terrible condition. So yeah, I'm really pleased to have these ones. And I got these ones on the 17th of December, so about 10 days after I made the third ERTL collection update. And I got a few more for Christmas as well, which I shall now show you. So here we have 5 more ERTL engines. Like I said, I got these for Christmas. So start going through them. So the first one I got, quite a special one, Arthur. Arthur, as you know, was first introduced in Series 7. And apart from the fact that this ERTL model is bright red instead of burgundy like he should be, it more or less looks spot on to what Arthur should look like, and it's a really good detail model. I think definitely on the colour on the wooden one and the take-along one are a lot better. But like I said, this is still a fairly good model, well detailed. As you can see, it's got one of the U-hooks, which is the later style of coupling that they were given. His face looks more or less spot on to the one that he had in the TV series. It's got the new item sticker. And then there's a little animation there. And the animation looks fairly accurate as well, apart from the fact that there's a random black wheel, which is a bit unusual. And it comes with one of the leaflets that tells you about all the different ones you can buy. Arthur so was one of my favourites, along with Fergus, who have also got in the ERTL range. You probably saw in one of my other videos. So look on the back, a nice little description card. Made in 2004. when the range was discontinued, and this was one of the last models, as you can see, number 98. I don't know how much this one was. Like I said, it was a Christmas present to me, so I'm obviously very grateful, and it was probably quite expensive, I can imagine. But that's Arthur. This one's also very special, and the next one I'm going to go on to. Daisy, the diesel railcar. This is the really old style packaging. And again, this is a really good model of Daisy. It more or less looks like what she looked like in the TV series, the model series that is. Daisy's also fairly recently come back to the show in the CGI series. She only appeared a little bit in the latest special, so it was only a short period of time that she was in. Daisy has been voiced by both of the TV series narrators, Ringo Starr and Michael Angelis. And I preferred the voice that Ringo Starr gave her. We've only heard a bit of a new voice from Teresa Gallagher. But so hopefully Daisy will appear more. I mean, I don't really watch the TV show much nowadays, but I'd certainly watch an episode if Daisy was in it. And so I suppose we've got to give a new voice some time. What's good about this one as well is that it's not had the bit there pushed through. That's normally on a rack. So it's the same sort of condition as my Duncan and Toby. And a few other models that I've got. So on the back it tells you all the other ones you can buy. 1993 it says this was made. I was actually born in 1993, which makes me 23 this year. So again, it shows you all the different other ones you can buy. Like I said, I really do like this style of box. The next one I got, again the same style of box, is Trevor the traction engine. Again, really good model. I like the animation there. Again, this is a really good model of Trevor. Looks more or less what he looked like in the TV series. Trevor's only appeared in 2 stories in the Railway series, and however he's appeared in lots of magazine stories and made numerous appearances in the television series. He's also been in the CGI series in the intro and in one episode. He's also very recently come back. And he's also going to be voiced, as you can see here, by Nigel Pilkington, who does Percy from the 19th series onwards. And it'll be really interesting to hear Trevor speak again. Hopefully he gets some good parts. Trevor again was a character that I quite like. It says this was made in 1990. And again, it shows you all the different ones you can buy. It's not had the thing pushed through again, so really good condition. Again, this must have been, I imagine, quite expensive. Obviously being the type of packaging that it's in. But that's Trevor. Next, move on to Lorry 1. You can see there's a bit of a mark there from where a price tag was originally. But nevertheless, the box is more or less okay. Again, it's got one of the leaflets there. And this is Lorry 1. As you know, there was 3 horrid lorries. I have Lorry 2 in the ERTL range in the box. I have them all unboxed. But Lorry 1 was the lorry that fell into the sea. And this model is based upon that. Obviously, you can see it's more or less covered in seaweed, non-flatbed. So again, quite a good model. And if we look on the back of the box, it was made in 2002. Despite the fact that Lorry 1, Daisy and Arthur haven't been in the television series much, they've made numerous appearances in the magazines. And as you can see here, I had particular fun colouring in Daisy on some of the colouring in pages. Last one move on to is the Topham hat and Lady Hat. So 2 figures. I now have 2 figures of the Fat Controller boxed. One of them came with the Porter. But like I said, this one's with his wife Lady Hat. And I think it's fair to say Lady Hat looks exactly like she did in Series 3. I think it's fair to say that her appearance has changed quite a bit throughout the TV series. and somehow she's managed to go from old to young. I think it's fair to say again. I'm not quite sure how. Again, this model was made in 2002. Just about to see there. I really like this one. Obviously, I like all of them. But like I said, these are the 5 that I got for Christmas. So I'm very, very happy to have these indeed. Like, I can't tell you, I'm quite speechless and still quite shocked to have them, really. Especially, obviously, these 2 in them types of packaging. Then Arthur. Obviously, Arthur, there's probably not as many about because it was made in 2004, the same year they were discontinued, so there can't be too many around. But I'm definitely very grateful to have them all. Thank you very much for watching. I also brought a few more before Christmas, which I shall be talking about in another update very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, you can check out the description of this video and see links to all the other ones that I've made. And if you've got any questions to ask or anything like that, again, feel free to ask. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and goodbye.